Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kuhuloyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash, double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, to the best of their ability. Shachan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And wanted to touch on this article with Sonya Massey. I know brother's been doing lessons on it, but I wanted to point out another thing, because they've kind of given a little bit more information, some more details. And the title says, Deputy who killed Sonya Massey was removed from the Army, had DUIs, and needed high-stress decision classes. Records show, right? So we might be able to play this video because they're not, it's CNN got it up here. They pretty much got it clipped. What you could see what's leading up to it. And, I seen one video with this young lady talking about how, I seen a short on it. I'm not sure if it was this phone but I think she's done like a short TikTok video talking about how, the next relationship she get into, she's gonna work at it hard, you know what I'm saying? Because she realized from a situation like this, women really need men, you know what I'm saying? And she had a man in the household, from what she was saying, that more than likely would not have happened like that, because more than likely that a brother probably would have stepped out on the porch, or he would have been in the house to begin with, you know what I'm saying? Because from what she was saying, she thought that it was an intruder in the house or around the yard or something to that extent. He would have been on point and on deck to check things out, where there wouldn't even have been no 911 to even been called, you know what I'm saying? Unless, there really was an intruder and, he had to handle business type of deal, right? So, but another point that I wanted to touch on, like I said, is because he had all this shit going on. It says he was removed from the Army. He had DUIs and needed high-stress decision classes, but yet and still he's able to get a job as a police officer, man. And you can clearly see, man, this video, this guy, man, shouldn't have been no police officer. But let me get this real quick. I got it in two versions here. Let's get it in the Good News Bible. And this is Psalms chapter 73 and verse 5. It says, they do not suffer as other people do. They do not have the trouble that others have. Matter of fact, let me start up at verse 3. It says, because I was jealous of the proud when I saw the things go well for the wicked. See, things go well for them because they are the wicked. Job at 9 and 24, it tells you that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And the proof of that is the so-called white man stole this country, came and kidnapped people to work the country, and then he set up court systems and police officers as if he's gonna apply justice to the land. You see what I'm saying? So he has the control over those types of things to say, all right, I'm gonna set up a court over here, a court over here. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be called this city. This is gonna be called this county. This is gonna be called this state. This is gonna be called this borough. Who do you think was in control of all that stuff? So-called blacks didn't have nothing to do with any of that, man. All we was doing was building this bitch up. So they are in control of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So we know that by Job 9 and 24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And it goes far beyond America. America is just, the top dog of the Edomite so-called white race. You know what I'm saying? These proud ones. These Babylonians, man. But globally, they're doing that globally. Everywhere there's a NATO nation or EU nation, even Russia, Ukraine, Israel, all those different places, Germany, those are so-called white people that's running the earth and making rules. You just have America is just that top dog, so to speak, but you got Israel in the shadows, really. But they're the ones that's making the rules and the regulations, and they're the ones that's saying, look at what's going on with Israel right now, with Yemen, Lebanon, and Iran, Hezbollah, and all those different things, right? This man is able to go on the news, the so-called white man, the Israeli, he's able to go on the news and say, no, this is what's going on, and the people got to believe it. And if you don't believe it, it's anti. So it's something that they've been running for a long time. They run propaganda and push it across the people, and they've been doing that for quite some time. But with the internet, it's not working out as well. People are starting to see through things. People are starting to do research. People are starting to, people will go online and they'll break a whole camera down. The same camera footage that may pop up or show from a building, say a business, there's a crime goes down and there's somebody that was in the area of business that had cameras. It's people, regular citizens, that'll take that same camera work after they see it and go into shit and start pointing shit out. And that's a matter of fact, Psalm 64 and 8. Oh no, let me go into, I want to go into the blue letter on this particular one. And I had it up here too as far as the NLT, as far as that other one. It says, let me get that real quick. It says, verse 3, Psalm 73 and 3, for I envied the proud when I saw them prosper despite their wickedness. Because that's what they do. They prosper. Esau boiling out of control. Wicked as hell, but they boiling out of control. It says they seem to live such painless lives. Their bodies are so healthy and strong. What are they eating? The best of the foods. They got the best of the fruits, the vegetables. In the meanwhile, Jake in the hood, food desert, and the fruits and vegetables, if they not GMO, they looking horrible anyway. Right? It says, verse 5, the point, it says they don't have troubles like other people. They're not plagued with problems like everyone else. See? They wear pride like a jeweled necklace and clothe themselves with cruelty. That was cruel of what that guy done, man. These fat cats have everything that heart could ever wish for. They scoff and speak only evil. In their pride, they seek to crush others. In the KJV, though, that verse says, let me start at verse 7. It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. And that's all of them. I don't care where they are. They're the ones that's telling people they can't cross over a border. They're the ones with all the lands. Why is it every time you look at the TV and somebody or someone's trying to get away from oppression, it's always the so-called white man. He's the one that's really oppressing these countries and putting shit into play. And then when people get to running, it's them that's standing at a border talking about who can get in and who can't. You don't see that. You don't see no so-called white people trying to run into no African nations or no other nations of people, man. They're situated because this is their kingdom. That's the reason why this guy was able to keep that job. He was able to go through all that. He was able to fucking get kicked out of the army. They seen that he had a damn drinking problem. He probably had a damn bottle that night. I've had police officers. I've had so-called white police officers pull up on me while I was walking to the store in certain neighborhoods, and they be high as shit, man, hanging out of a police car with a blunt in their hand and with drinks in their lap, bro. Almost got robbed by some police one time. They was, checking me about did I have some money. I'm like, bro, I'm just walking to the gas station. That's when I used to smoke cigarettes. I was going to get a couple of loosies. I ain't have but a damn $1. I'm going to get 2 50-cent cigarettes. But them niggas is hanging out of the window slurring high as a motherfucker. The one on the passenger side, that was, because, I was walking on the sidewalk on the passenger side as far as the way that they was driving. He all slumped over the damn door with a blunt in his mouth, man. And that's when I knew. But anyway, that guy shouldn't have been hired, man. But guess what? This is Esau, Edom's kingdom. And they can do things like that. And it's nothing for this guy. If he get off, he'll go get another job. It'll be another captain or some officer like, great job, son. Come and work for us. We got you over here. Look at this dude, man. But I just wanted to touch on this aspect of it. They're not in trouble as other men. And also, I wanted to get this one too, because this is just really them telling on each other, telling on themselves. Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. See? Because generally, this type of information right here would have just been, swept under the rug. But guess what? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he doesn't care about his own people like that no more. They're no longer sweeping these stories under the rug. They're greedy as hell, and they want them shares. They want them likes. They want them subscriptions. Because they understand that the more followers that they have, the more advertisement they can push out. That's all Esau care about. They don't give a... You think CNN don't give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, it's probably... Look, you got shit right. I don't even know what this is. Advertisement in here. Advertisement in these stories. See? They're gonna advertise. This is what they do. Look at there. You got a damn car commercial right here. $289 per month for a Chevy Blazer. Right? And this is quite a long story. Or that might have been another story starting, Salakia. But let's go into this, man. This dude had absolutely no remorse. I mean, but this is why you Edomites gotta pay, man, because you're dealing with the children of Israel. And though she may have called on the name of white Jesus, she's still a child of Israel, man. That belongs to the Lord. That's the Lord's inheritance, man. And the Lord, he the one that kills and makes alive, he wounds and he heals, and he's going to take a lot of our people out of here. And that's why it's so important to pray on a day-to-day basis for mercy, man. Because you realize the Lord flooded the whole earth. The Lord flooded the whole earth out and saved only 8 people. He saved more animals than he did people. Think about that. At least the animals was in tubes. The whole damn boat was filled with animals. He saved more animals than he did people. So think about that. Because you got these Christians running around out here talking about how good God is all the time. No, the Lord put a spirit of vengeance on this guy to go and do what he done to this lady. Because the scriptures talks about spirits of vengeance. The Lord created spirits for vengeance. In fact, we can get it. Let me see. I don't know about this one. Haven't really been off into this one like that. But let's get Sirach. Let's see how it reads in this one. Because this is the Good News translation. Yeah, this one says, there are winds that were created to bring punishment, fierce enough to move mountains in times of judgment. They unleash their strength and calm the anger of their maker. Vicious animals, scorpions, and snakes, the sword that destroyed the wicked, fire, hail, famine, and disease, these have all been created as punishments. They are all glad to obey the Lord's command and are ready to serve him here on earth. When their time of duty come, they never disobey. Man, that's a pretty decent translation. That's a pretty decent translation. Cause see, they saying there are winds that were created to bring punishment. But in let's get the other version over here. Let's get it in the 1611 KJV. Because it lets you know that there were spirits, the Lord created spirits for vengeance, right? This is how it reads in this one, right? Ecclesiasticus 39:28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, see? Not winds, because wind can blow through and knock a tree down on a house, blow pick your damn house up and take your house away. Tornadoes, cyclones, hurricanes, things like that. But it's talking about actual spirits that the Lord created on the left-hand side for vengeance, man. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. And it could have been because she was, idol worshiping that Jesus shit real hard, man. Because it seemed like she wasn't even all the way there. And a lot of most of these Christians, these Christians be having demons on them, man. They're some of the most difficult people to deal with. Most of the people that's in jail will tell you that they're Christians. These long-term prison guys, your gangbangers and all them niggas that's in jail, they'll tell you straight up, yeah, I believe in the Lord. I believe in white Jesus. Yeah, I'm saved. With a damn, hey, they'll have the cross tattooed on them. Especially Northern Kingdom. They'll have, I can't front, Southern Kingdom too. They'll have Jesus Christ tattooed all over the asses. Cross on the forehead. Praying hands on the neck. You know. But it says, fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. She was not innocent, man. She was a wicked woman. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Now, I know you may have people like, oh, well, what did she do? First off, she's calling on an idol. White Jesus is an idol. There's no letter J in Hebrew. Well, nobody calling on no Jesus when the Lord walked the earth. The letter J was invented in 1524. There was no letter J when the Lord... Nobody was like, hey, Mary and Joseph wasn't like, hey, Jesus, get over here. No, they wasn't like, no. His name is Yahushai, which means that he's the savior or deliverer in the Paleo-Hebrew. Because he was a Hebrew Israelite. He comes from one of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Which is called Yahweh, or they say Judah. But again, the letter J didn't exist then. So he would have been from the tribe of Yahweh. His name is Yahushai, which means that he's the savior or deliverer in the Paleo-Hebrew. The father's name is Yahweh. You have to realize that this was all Hebrew, Israelite stuff that was going on before the so-called white man got his hands on the Bible and whitewashed stuff. That's the reason why you're hearing of Jesus, Jesus, Joshua, and all this. No, the Lord's name is no letter J. Nothing was being called on back then at that time. And you got these Christians, they'll tell you that it don't matter what his name is. It don't matter. He knows my heart. But guess what? This lady was calling on pretty much Baphomet. She was pretty much calling on one of those old ancient ass Serapis Christ. Hey, she was calling on probably 20 gods within that name, man. Because you got all these heathen, they got their version of trying to imitate the scriptures, man. And they don't understand that when they're doing that, they're adding to and they're taking away from the scriptures, and you can be destroyed like that. The Lord is not dealing with that idol worship shit, man. Especially amongst the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's the reason why this guy, and you know what? It's crazy. That demon set this demon off. I'm going to play it back. I'm going to play this. This is for educational purposes only. CNN, you know. Well, let's play this guy, man.
You called us.
Okay.
So what'd you hear?
Somebody outside my house.
Illinois State Police released body cam footage showing the final moments of Sonya Massey's life, the Springfield area woman who was fatally shot by one of the responding deputies to a 911 call she made. Massey called 911 because she thought an intruder was in her home, according to the lawyer representing her family.
We checked your yard, we walked around the whole block, we didn't see anybody.
Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson.
So at that point, if he said he checked the yard, they checked the perimeter, the premises, and all this other stuff, it should have just been like, well, hey, ma'am, have a good night. You know, everything is fine. You know what I'm saying? If there's anything else, whatever, give us a call. Why did you need to even go into her house? All this was set up by the Lord, by those spirits of vengeance, because man's goings are of the Lord. That's the reason why he went into the house. Let me see how it reads in the good news. Oh, they be wanting to Salaki. They want to give you a damn. I forgot about that. I think that's the reason why I stopped using this app. Bullshit like this here where they want you to do a bunch of extra shit. That's probably why I ain't been using it. Salaki for that. Proverbs 20 and 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? That's how those men got into the house. That's how she was actually able to call those guys. The Lord placed a spirit on her to call 911. One of those spirits of vengeance. Call 911. Right? And it's kind of double fold. It could be fourfold, fivefold, sixfold, whatever you want to get out of it, because it still it shines a light on how vicious Esau is. Esau, hey, this is why we tell, hey, look, if you can avoid calling this man, don't call this man, man. This lady, it was another lady, Shalaki, I don't even know if I was on his phone or not. But it's a lady here in Detroit just today or yesterday, last night or whatever. You know, her brother ended up calling the police on her. She was having some little, episode or whatever. But I think, well, shit, she was really on it though, because I think she shot at the guy and was trying to stab him. Ain't no telling what they was into, but he was basically calling like she was having a psychotic meltdown. But shit, the police came through, man, and blew her ass away. Black woman, so-called black woman. I might be able to find, I just seen it too. So the Lord placed those spirits of vengeance on these people, man, to get down out here, man, because our people are wicked as hell. And again, that white Jesus shit ain't not getting you nowhere. Nowhere. But bugged the hell out. Most of these Christians bugged out, man. I just done a lesson yesterday on this damn gospel singer talking about this is the way it should be, basically. You know, he's out here LGBTQ'd out. You know, pushing white Jesus with that twist of you can freak off, be what you want, do what you want. And that dude might turn up, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, who knows? The Lord might allow him to push that crap for a while to get more, to kill 10 birds with one stone. You know, the Lord is strategic, man. He'll knock an airplane load of them niggas off, man. A bus load. Get them all at one time. In a vicious way at that, because those spirits of vengeance is real, man. Right? So, but again, she appears to be in like, like I don't know, shit, maybe a sexy little nightie or whatever the case may be, but still, man, she should never even call them people. Hey, the scripture says to stay away from the man that had the power to kill, bro. Anyway, let's play some more. Let's see.
And another deputy responded to the call around 12:50 a.m., authorities said. The deputies searched the property and found no intruder. The deputies then asked Massey to check on a pot of boiling water on the stove.
Okay, so if you knew all this, why are you there? If the pot of water was going to boil down, okay, so what? I'm sure she would have went back in there and checked the damn water. If the water boiled all the way out, I'm sure she probably had a smoke alarm or something like that. But, come on, bro. And Esau, this big ass dude, you can see that dude, man, towering over her. Matter of fact, and when I was reading this, it says that this dude shot just underneath her eye, and it came out the back of her neck, which meant that he was pointing down at a downward trajectory or whatever, which, because you could clearly see he's taller than her. He's aiming down at her face. And it shows you completely no remorse. But see, like I said again, the Lord gonna turn Jake on. Everything is just all building up. Everything is just, this is the build up, man. And this is gonna be that final get down out here at some point in the game. We'll see how the Lord play it, man. Right? But again, these men shouldn't even be around her. But of course, we live in America. We live in captivity. We don't have no power. We don't have no might. Our women, they've taught our women to say, hey, we don't need you niggas. We don't need no man. I live on my own. But see, it's about to come a time period where all that shit is not going to be wise. It's not going to be wise to be out here all on your lonesome and all by yourself talking about I don't need no man, because motherfuckers ain't going to be no 911. It ain't going to be no guys like this to call talking about I think there's an intruder. Ain't going to be all that's going to be over with. But let's play some more.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Right. Let me see. Okay.
Huh?
Where you going?
See that goofy ass laugh? And then she went to talk about some, I rebuke you in Jesus. That demon woke up that demon. So I don't even want to play it no further because, you know, he goes on. He don't want to render no help. He just cold-blooded. He like, shit, man, a headshot. What you talking about? What you rendering help for? She through. She ain't making it. Ain't no coming back from what I just done to her. Trust me, I go to the range. I know. This is what I've been practicing that shot since I was a damn kid. He probably somebody that was, you know, strangling cats or some shit. Was probably finding damn squirrels and shit like that, you know, mangled up. You know, him, cause see, when you look at people like this, look at this dude. Let me see if they got a picture in here. They may not have a picture of this guy. I ain't seeing one right off. But when you look at dudes like this, though, really in reality, these are motherfuckers that stay at home with their mamas, man. 30, 40, 50 years old, arguing about, mama, you didn't get the correct cereal, while this motherfucker sitting playing Call of Duty all day. It's them type of people. Time out, Timmy. Probably never had an ass whooping in his life. Never been shut down in his life. That weirdo ass mama. You know what I'm saying? Oh, baby, everything is going to be okay. Wait till I get paid. I'll get it for you. He's screaming, no, I fucking want it now. You know? Probably been whooping his family, his parents' ass. He probably done put hands on his mama. Daddy. That's how they be. This dude had all this shit going on and he was still able to go get hired at this fucking the police department, man. Because they said he got fired from one. Anyway, we'll just play it out. If they do what they do, they do what they do. They clipped it though, but.
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I
rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
God, I swear to God, I'll you drain your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Shut the
See? She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And see, Esau believed it. See, they really believe that this white guy, Jesus, it really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that takes precedent and power with them. Because that's their image, man. That's that image that they pushed for so long on wickedness. They've conquered a lot of countries. They've conquered a lot of land in the name of sweet white baby Jesus. So now they feeling as if, oh, you're rebuking me? I'm not the evil. Well, let me show you something. And I ain't going to play no more, man. I'm going to leave it at that because this is where he let go. You know, they kind of blurred. She on the ground, bleeding the hell out. He telling his partner, don't render no help to her because headshot. Oh, trust me, she's not getting up from that, buddy. And look how close that is. And I know here in where I stay here in Detroit, they got a double tap rule. Had he been in Detroit, he would have got fired if he not fired twice. They got a double tap rule as far as the training here. You can't just shoot somebody one time. You got to at least hit their asses twice. If you're not dumping a clip, but you better at least bust that bitch off twice. That's their rule. That's in their police rule book. Because I remember it was a guy, he was deaf and he was mute. He couldn't talk and he couldn't hear. But he could see, you know, he was out in the yard, he was doing some yard work. And the police was called on him. I forgot what reason they called on him, but he had, you know, he had a yard rake. And somebody in the backdrop was yelling like he can't hear, well, he can't speak and shit, man, because he had that rake. Them motherfucking cops lit his ass up, but the one cop that was on trial, the one that actually done the, you know, the actual pullout first, you know, they was asking him, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, he was like, well, shit, I could, you know, I done what my training taught me to do. I could be fired and be charged. Matter of fact, I think he said he could be charged if he didn't double tap, if he didn't shoot a nigga twice. Couldn't just pull the trigger one time, man. You got to pull that bitch, boom, boom. They got a double tap rule here. And that's the minimum that your ass gonna get hit if they hitting you. So that means that if it's 5 officers, that's 10 shots. But not to mention that, you know what I'm saying, we just talking about the minimal here. They'll dump that clip on your ass, man, and push another clip in that bitch. These police officers, man, the Lord is not playing no games, bro. And the scripture says to agree with your adversary quickly. I don't see no use in them had going into that house after they had done what they done. They should have went on about their night. What was the purpose of them going into her house again? You know? Other than probably thinking on some freakism. Because they could have just, done whatever they wanted to do to her. And it would have just been her word against theirs. See? And that right there shows you that them getting the men out of the homes of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American women, like how they have, and mainly the so-called black women. Hey, that was strategic when they done that. And now you got the so-called black man. He's running around out here. Well, he don't even want to deal with Eve like that no more, man. Eve is really out here on her own. The Lord really put y'all in a pickle, man. Y'all really in a fix. When things go down, dudes gonna be out here looking out for themselves. You might have 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes, 10 dudes grouped up together, just holding it down. Not even wanting to deal with you women, other than ravaging y'all asses, man. You don't know how this gonna play out, man. It's gonna be like no time that has ever been before. Shit about to get crucial here. And a lady like this right here, in a house by herself like this here, that's not gonna work when shit hits the fans, bro. When there's no one to call. She called some people to help her out and got gunned down. So just think about the people that you're not gonna call that's gonna show up. That know where you are. That know that you live by yourself. They'll catch your ass up knowing that your husband going to work. Oh, yeah. Because, niggas sit around and watch everything, man. Because you got people out here, they not working. They eyeballing your house. They know when you pulling off. They know when you pulling up. If you're not making no surprise trips, and people not giving a fuck about your Ring doorbell, man. It's nothing to get around your damn Ring doorbell. You know what I'm saying? Like any motherfucker that's casing the joint or doing reconnaissance on your shit, they gonna already peep all that, man. They gonna do what they can to get all that shit out of the way, type of deal. But it's gonna come a point where it's like, okay, only thing that the camera gonna do is it's gonna show you that there's 20 niggas outside and they breaking in. There's not going to be no footage to go to court and say, oh, yeah, they done this, and this. Nah, all that shit is about to be over with. Whatever's going to be done, they going to do to you, and that's going to be that. Ain't going to be no police to come to check no footage. Talk about, what color was the car? What was the license? Did you get the license plate number? What, how tall was he? No, ain't going to be none of that, man. Anyway, though, I don't want to play the rest because I don't want to get no copyright hookup. But, man, this dude shouldn't have been there. But because this is his kingdom, it says they are not in trouble as other men. You think this... Come on. And when have you ever seen 2 black police officers pulling up on a so-called single white woman house, walking into the home? Had this been a role reversal, you know what it would be like out here? What neighborhoods you know where there's 2 black officers rolling up on a single white woman? In her home. They came through like, man, well, we checked everything. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. Here's my card. You know what I'm saying? Give us a call if anything else persists. And Jake would have been in them goddamn cars and got the fuck on. Because they would have known better to not even step in her home. They would have been taking full steps to say, you know what? Let's just go. We've done our job. Let's go. These motherfuckers step off in the house like shit. She about to make their ass some coffee or some cocoa. He laughing. This nigga got all these motherfucking problems, bro. Look at this shit again. It says deputy who killed Sonya Massey was removed from the army. How you get removed from the army, bro? How you get removed from the army? Had DUIs and needed high-stress decision classes. That right there in itself right there says a lot. Just that part. High-stress decision classes? And you know Esau don't handle stress well, man. That's why these motherfuckers been jumping off these buildings lately. Things don't go right with Esau, man. Esau will fucking take flight. That motherfucker will get out here and you'll hear R. Kelly in the background. I believe I can fly. That Fandango guy, the Ticketmaster guy, whatever that shit this guy had all kinds of successful businesses. And jumped from the 20th floor the other day. Another guy, well, I think he was a little older, but still, he was 84. Well, he jumped from a luxury apartment, $22,000 a month. Maybe he was running out of money. I don't fucking know. But it's like, a lot of people just offer themselves, man. Because they're miserable in Esau Edom's kingdom, man. But this shit right here, this dude, man, he could have been easily in the militia. Just out here just patrolling. He just in the neighborhood patrolling. And to be honest, like, I don't even know what neighborhood she was in. She probably wasn't even around her own people. That's another thing, too. She might have been in one of those neighborhoods. Let me see. Because this is Sangamon County. And this may not even be, I don't think they rolling up in Chicago. This got to be outside of Chicago or something like that. She probably was out there living with them rednecks. Because that's what a lot of our people will do too. They'll get up and lead their own people, thinking that they're going to do something better and thinking that they're going to be all better off because they're not around niggas and a damn Edomite will blow your ass away in your kitchen. Leave your ass not even a single mother no more. The damn kid just by themselves now. Anyway, yeah, I end out there, man. Hey, living in incredible times. Matter of fact, let me get one more though. Ephesians 5:15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Right? In the NLT it says, "So be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise." It's foolish to call these people, man, like that, man, if it's not really nothing going on. And again, she seemed like she might have been a little bit disoriented, though. I'm not sure, though. It says, verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. You're supposed to be walking circumspectly. You're supposed to be being wise, man. Why you calling the man that got the power to kill and he's able to, and you know what, it's just, like I said again, it's like it's double fold because Esau is starting to be put on the spot. See, there was a time when Esau didn't have them goddamn cameras and they couldn't get away with this. I mean, they would have got away with this like it's nothing. No, she launched at me. She threw the pot of water. Had the partner, say the same thing, but them cameras is on, so them cameras is saying everything. You can't just, push the bullshit. Because, hey, think about how many our people that these so-called white people done killed as far as their police department and before the cameras came out. Man, they was gunning Jake down. They was doing all kinds of shit to Jake. She would have got raped had there not been no cameras on them, man. With the camera on, she still could have got, because they'll even say, well, I don't know what happened. My camera went off. They'll cut them damn cameras off on you too. So the camera really don't make no difference neither. But that's the Lord, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is setting all that up. He's showing who the wicked is. He's showing that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he has that perpetual hatred for y'all asses, man. And y'all better wake the hell up to it. Let's get this one too. Ezekiel 33:5. Let me see here. Slakia. Is that 35? 35:5. Slakia. Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And you so-called white people, y'all have never hated blood. You have not been merciful. You've been ruling for a millennial, just brutishly, cruel hatred towards your brethren, man. And the Lord is going to deal with y'all, man. That's why you're not going to be shown no mercy. See, when the kingdom is reversed, and you're going to have niggas rolling up on your houses, checking out the situation. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be in power no more. You're not going to be on the force. There ain't going to be no mixed multitude or no, just all these different nations of people dealing with the police. No. The Israelites going to run over all that. We're going to rule all that. There ain't going to be no damn Indians, East Indians, police officers in East. No, we going to run all court systems and all. We going to run all that. We'll see how it work out. But we going to run all that, though. It's going to definitely be coming from the top. From Yahweh to his son Yahushai to the King David to the 12 to the 144,000, then the 1/3. It's going to be coming straight. It's going to be Israelite rule, and we're going to be running everything. Now, all the full details as to whether or not we're going to, because y'all going to have, it's going to be a point where y'all going to get some land, but y'all going to have to pay tribute to us. So you may be a guard here or there. You may be a police officer. Y'all might have little quarters, spots. But we're going to have the overall rule. Y'all going to be running by our laws. Y'all going to push our laws. The same way we're being pushed and we have to obey the so-called white man's laws, his stop signs, his bullshit ass yield sign, 55 here, 45 driving here. Got to have a driver's license, license, insurance, tabs, plates. And we gonna be running all that. Same way we got, cause y'all will pull us over and take our shit right now. Same way you got the opportunity to just kick in our damn door and take our kids. You're not gonna have no power like that in our kingdom. You fucking crazy? Y'all not gonna have no power. You would never be able to come and take an Israelite child out of the home. There's going to be mothers and fathers there. There ain't going to be no more I'm going to take care of you, girl. Just deal with me. I got Section 8 for you. I got, you know what I'm saying, food stamp. No. Ain't going to be no $1 bill, no $5 bill. Ain't going to be no $10 bill. Ain't going to be no motherfucking Franklins. Ain't going to be no Jacksons. Ain't going to be no Lincolns. Ain't going to be none of y'all shit going to be through. Ain't going to be none of that in the kingdom. We might have shit like that up in a museum. Like, remember this guy? They had their own funds. Have a little dollar posted, $5 bill posted, $10 bill posted, $20 bill, $50 bill, $100 bill. Even that little funky ass, cheap ass $2 bill y'all had. We'll have that shit all posted up. Like, yeah, they used to run things and running through a museum. Our kids like, how are they over us, Pop? We're the most powerful nation on the... How is this possible? You never know, man. We might have to get to explain. It might be movies playing, man. I've always had visions of working the shit out of y'all asses in the field with jumbotrons everywhere, showing where you were and where you are now. I have big ass jumbotrons out in big ass fields while you bending over picking whatever the season crop is, while you watching how your ancestors used to beat on us. Complete fear, man. That's how it's gonna run down. It ain't gonna be none of this police officer able. We gonna call somebody and a motherfucker like this show up. You scared of some water from that distance? You don't let no hot water be. And she wasn't even aggressive. But see, this right here is a fall for Esau too, because they not giving his ass no bail. If I'm not mistaken, they keeping his ass. They're not allowing this nigga to just get out like how they normally do. Yep, they said they had one nagging question. Why was he even on the sheriff's department in the first place? Yep. Because this is his kingdom. He's not in trouble as other men. That's the point that I really wanted to make with this this particular lesson. So I pray that the lesson was edifying, man. With that, Kwame Yashala on a Bible board. This place is about to fall. And it's falling as we speak because, again, this right here would have never been reported. They would have got, this guy would have easily got away with this. 10 years or so ago, 20 years ago, for sure. He'd got, especially before that body cam came in. That body cam is killing Esau right now. They hate that goddamn camera, man. They hate that camera, man. That internet and that camera is number one. It's just doing Esau dirty, man. They can't get around it. Because they lose control. And when they lose it, they lose it. They really lose it. Like they totally blank out. Because they are the wicked, man. See? So with that, hey, I pray that the lesson was edifying with that. Kwame Yashala.